You see, really what computers are doing is they're making what we call the collective unconscious conscious. All data, all images are potentially accessible through the network. And, you know, I'm still getting used to the idea of the network myself. Like, I keep thinking, oh, I have this timeline. I could get somebody's chronology and put it at my website. And then I remember, no, all I have to do is point to their website. I don't have to copy or move anything. If there is one list, that's all the world needs. Anybody else who needs that list can point to it from their website. So the speed at which new structures can be created is astonishing. I mean, almost literally overnight, you can build a website and begin to point at other websites and bring resources into yours. This is a technology which is going to turn out to not be what people think it is. It's going to be a technology for showing each other the inside of our heads, for showing each other our dreams. And so what this technology that is putting in place is going to mean is the way in which it will dissolve boundaries is by making us transparent to each other. I mean, I can imagine a child of the future. We all bring home our drawings to stick on refrigerators and things like that. In the future, we won't stick them on refrigerators. We will stick them in our website. And everything will go into our website. And by the time we're 25 or something, our website will be the size of the American Museum of Natural History. And you can wander through it. And as a gesture of intimacy, you can invite someone else to wander through it. Well, that's who you are. It's your imagination. And I think, in a sense, I've said at times that the cultural enterprise is an effort to turn ourselves inside out. We want to put the body into the imagination, and we want the imagination to replace the laws of physics. With these technologies, we can probably do that. When you're talking about the internet, you realize, you know, we really are mental creatures. And so we are apparently creating a shamanic dimension that is culturally sanctioned because we say we don't have to take a drug because we're so phobic of drugs. But the smart people know, the pharmacologists and the nanotechnological engineers know that the difference between a drug and a computer is that you can swallow one and you can't swallow the other one. And that's the only difference. And they're working to correct that problem. The drugs of the future will be computers. The computers of the future will be drugs, you know. They'll be patches that you paste on your forehead or the back of your thumbnail. So really, and the other thing is that keeps us calm is that we can see the electronic infrastructure. We can see the phone lines, we can see the boxes and the keyboards, but that's all about to disappear. A very active frontier now is mind-machine interfacing, where, you know, basically by wrinkling your brow and squinting and squirming, you run your software. And the boxes can disappear and will disappear. And we've talked in these gatherings many times about a very obvious future coalescence of technology where what you have when you're 8 years old or something is you have a very small operation which puts something like a contact lens not on your eye but on the inside of your eyelid. It's like a black contact lens, so that when you close your eyes there are menus hanging in space. That's your interface. This is all coming. And so then the question is, as the internet fades away in terms of boxes and flickering screens and becomes more and more transparent implants in your body, then your identification will be total with this global environment. And you will think of yourself as a person with two minds, the individual mind and the collective mind, previously called the unconscious. We are transcending ourselves faster than we realize. We are becoming unrecognizable. The transformation is not going to happen. The transition is underway. It's underway.
Yeah.
The internet. I mean, the internet is the most powerful and advanced technology ever put in place. It's arisen virtually in the last 5 years. The world doesn't look substantially different. I mean, we didn't have to make highways or any of the things that other technologies have demanded, and yet really the nation state is now obsolete. So probably is the office as we know it. Corporations and nations haven't yet realized, but when they begin to understand how much money they can save through telecommuting and this sort of thing, the whole raison d'etre for clustering into enormous cities may just disappear. The other thing is, the internet is a tremendous force for empowering the margins. All sexual minorities, all political minorities, all artistic minorities now can build very powerful communities on the internet and push their vision, whatever it is, forward. Now we hear a great deal about how society is dissolving into anarchy. What it means is there is no more public consensus, and that is because the electronic media personality isn't interested in following fads dictated from above in quite the same way. So instead what we have is an incredibly heterogeneous and complex society that's all niches. There's no public anymore. There's just niches. The Latino niche, the lesbian niche, the this niche, the that niche. And there is no cohesion anymore. Well, some people think this is a terrible thing. I think the only way to deal with media and keep your wits about you is to produce it, not consume it. God forbid, do not consume it, and then do not flee it. That doesn't work either. The people say, well, I don't. Well, they're just, they're know-nothingism, even more easily manipulated. The key is to produce.